that sort of thing. Hello, hi. Hello, I'm Stuart Moses. I'm the host of the Improv London. That's who I am. This is
Stuart Moses.
And this is Kate O'Connor.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
We've just recorded episode 121 of the Improv London podcast.
Yes, yeah.
Out on the 14th of November. How was it?
It was great. I'm still, my whole face is just stretched with joy from all the smiling.
That is what I want. That's what I want. Is for all my guests' faces to be stretched by joy.
Yes.
It's the pain and the pleasure of being on talking to me for an hour.
It was both a pain and pleasure.
Well, to be honest, I'm glad that's what I want. I want it to be both pain and pleasure.
Good. That's who you are as a person and a podcaster.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I'm all about the pain and indeed the pleasure. Can you remember what we talked about?
We talked about all the things.
Yes.
The shows that I'm in.
The Descendants,
who are great. I'm hoping that one of them might watch. Maybe, we'll see.
Well, they might not watch it live, but they might watch it later. Yes.
Oh, I mean, I'll make them watch it later.
I hope you will. I hope you will go around making all of your groups. I want to track down everyone from Shark Door.
Absolutely. It's going to be pain and pleasure.
I want you to track down Shark Door.
I will. And force them to participate in the watching. Yeah.
No, if you track down everyone in, you don't have to track down everyone in the Descendants. You just go to a rehearsal. Just go watch this. This is me.
I'm gonna.
There's not enough of me in real life.
I'm gonna interrupt the rehearsal.
Here's a video of me.
I'm gonna ask Nick for a solid chunk of our rehearsal to witness this.
I think that would be very helpful. I think that's really going to help everybody. Nick Oram, a previous guest on the Improv London podcast, so you may then have to listen to his episode afterwards.
Well, again, indeed.
This is going to be a really effective use of your rehearsal time. I'm going to feel really bad if I've ruined the Descendants. It's like, they were really good. They had this new show, and I can't remember what it is now. I can remember what the old show is. I can't remember what the new show is. I'm really sorry.
That's okay. I mean, it's the splendiferous world of Wondercrump, which trips off the tongue.
I can't remember what it is.
It's inspired by Roald Dahl.
Oh yes, it's inspired by Roald Dahl. Yes,
we talk about it in the podcast.
It's almost as if I had forgotten. I pretended to forget what that was, so you didn't have to explain it. No, it's totally gone.
I'm glad that it was such a memorable.
No, I think.
We talked about a lot of stuff.
We did talk about a lot of stuff, and also I quite like the older format as well. There's like a lot of time travel things.
You were fixating. I was fixating on the cloak.
That. Yes,
time travel situation.
Time traveling situation.
That's absolutely fine. That's fine. As long as you're fixating on one of our shows, I don't care which one it is. That's fine. Yes,
you're doing Roald Dahl inspired improv with the Descendants.
Yes,
that sounds very exciting.
It's really Wondercrump.
Yes, you'll have to listen to the episode to find out more about that. And look at this, all these thumbs up we're getting. That's good, isn't it?
Thanks, guys.
We talked about that. We talked about Shark Door. There's quite a lot of Shark Door chat. There's more Shark Door chat. I really like Shark Door.
Yeah, I'm only learning this now. If only I'd known before. You could have entered through the Shark Door, joined the Shark Door.
Oh, well, sometimes it's... Yes. I wish I had entered through the shark. It's too late now. The Shark Door is closed.
Yes. Roald Dahl Improv sounds awesome. It is awesome. Come and see. Come and join in. It's great crack. That's so nice.
It is, isn't it? It's nice.
Is that David? David?
David Escobedo.
David. Thank you, David. That's so nice of you.
Yes.
What a lovely chap.
What a lovely chap. Indeed he is. Check out his episode of the Improv London podcast.
Absolutely.
I can't remember what number it is.
Absolutely.
I've done 120 of these things. So if anyone has any questions for Kate, or mainly Kate, don't ask me. I'm rubbish at answering questions.
I don't know what that series of emojis means, but I like it.
You're a young person. You should be able to understand these.
Are they hands? Oh, I thought it was like the snorty one. With like a bull.
Yeah.
And I was like, David is really happy, but also sneezes.
So thankfully it's not that.
It's not.
So yes, so we talked about Shark Door. I got to reminisce about the Saturday mornings, which I try not to do in every single episode.
It was nice.
You never forget your first, that's what they say.
They do say that. Yeah. It makes you or breaks you.
Yes. We talked about how improv influenced your career change for you. So I was listening.
You were. Thank you. Otherwise, I've just been talking to myself for an hour.
But it's all right, I've got a recording. I can listen to it later. That's the beautiful thing. And sometimes I slightly enjoy it more when I listen to it again afterwards because I'm a bit more relaxed.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of actively listening.
Yeah.
That sometimes it's not stressful when I'm recording it, but when I'm listening back to it, it's a little bit more relaxed.
No, I get it a lot. People say, Kate, being in a one-on-one conversation with you is a really high stress situation. So I'm sorry about that.
No, it was a good. Sometimes a certain amount of stress is a healthy thing.
True.
And it means you get out of bed and you do things.
Absolutely.
It's only when it tips over too far that it gets too much. So I felt we were a good level of stress.
Yeah, we had just enough fear.
Just enough fear.
Enough pain and enough pleasure. Oh, there's Ed. Hey, Ed. I've done a lot of improv with Ed.
Have
He's
you?
an absolute improv angel.
Is he?
Yes.
Right, fair enough. You can put that on your poster.
He also runs some fantastic workshops down in Crawley, and which I would thoroughly recommend because he's a great teacher. Here, Ed,
right.
plug.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that heart. Look at that heart there. Yeah, it's quite addictive, this. I suppose it's the instant gratification.
It is.
But also, since I started doing this podcast, I really like the idea of recording more of conversations I have with my friends, and yet somehow that's weird. I don't know why people think that's weird.
I mean, I'm not here to judge you, Stuart.
But sometimes like, this is solid gold. This is great. I'd really love to be able to enjoy this again. Is that weird?
I like that you have such good conversations with your mates that you think it's valuable content.
Well, I mean,
my friends are dull.
I may be incorrect. It may be the case that it's not that entertaining. It's entertaining at the time. I'm not saying that everything we should say down the pub should be worked up into a sketch.
Okay.
But maybe it should.
That is what you're saying.
That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you're a friend of mine, what you say is gold, and I want to record it.
And if it's not gold, you're no friend of mine.
Yeah. It's all about the gold. Okay, so we have some questions.
Hey! Jess, you're gold, not dull. How's that?
I don't know if she was replying. Yeah, she must be replying to that. I don't know whether she was denying the fact that you were going to spend a Descendants rehearsal.
Oh yeah,
watching this, and then listening to Nick Oram's episode. I mean, I don't know how long your rehearsals are, but that's an hour and a half of your time used up.
I mean, Jess, that's what's going to happen. Just FYI. Cool. She's cool with that. Thumbs up. All right.
It was yeah.
Approval.
I mean, you might as well. I mean, don't stop watching now. But in a way, stop watching now because you'll have seen it all before when you watch it again.
Yeah.
Don't stop watching.
And
keep
then I'll
watching.
be the dull one.
I find that hard to believe.
So charming. So relentlessly charming.
So tiringly charming. So we have a question from Andrew Gentili. We're laughing at Jess says, you know it. Andrew Gentili asks, have you ever melted something that was not edible?
Oh, that's a really interesting question. Why does Andrew Gentili want to know that?
Well, only Andrew Gentili knows
That's out of the mind of Andrew Gentili.
And we're just going to refer to him as Andrew Gentili.
Yes, that's what happened to me at secondary school. I was only ever called Kate O'Connor.
Really?
Kate O'Connor.
Oh, right.
Which is quite a lot of syllables.
Yeah. I mean, it flows nicely.
Kate O'Connor, well, yeah.
But so you never Kate? Or
no, never Kate.
Was there more than one Kate in the class?
No. Yeah. Nor was there more than one O'Connor. It was just always Kate O'Connor. Anyway, I digress. Andrew Gentili.
Yes.
Have I ever melted something that wasn't edible? Probably. As a child.
You strike me as the sort of person that would.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I grew up in the countryside and we did a lot of, like, campfires and bonfires and stuff.
Oh, right, okay.
And so just, like, less melting stuff, more just burning things, really. Anything that we thought might be interesting to throw on a fire got thrown on a fire. It's a miracle that none of us were horribly injured or maimed, really.
It's living in the countryside, you've got to make your own entertainment.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was that and the bacon slicer in the shop down the road.
What did you do with the bacon slicer?
Just watched it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I feel that that was a good question, Andrew Gentili.
Thank you, Andrew Gentili.
We got an insight into your past that we might not have otherwise got. Nathan Keats would like to know, when were you last so rained on that you were disgusted and upset?
Oh, poor Nathan. I feel like that happened to Nathan.
I feel we're learning about Nathan with that question,
Nathan.
aren't we?
I think Nathan lived in Cardiff for a while.
I believe so.
I lived in Cardiff for a while too, so I know where he's coming from. When did I last get rained on to that extent? Do you know what? I don't mind the rain particularly, so I don't think I've ever been rained on to the extent that I was upset. I feel like if you get caught in the rain without a rain jacket or an umbrella, so you just have to pretend like you're in a movie.
Yeah.
Where pathetic fallacy is really demonstrating the gravity of the situation, and you just have to own it.
Yeah.
And walk down the street pretending to cry, and just pretend like you're in a movie scene.
Is it raining? I hadn't noticed.
Mascara everywhere. And then people give you sympathy.
Oh.
And then you're like, psych! Bye. It's all cool.
Elephants. Oh, this is from Amy Cook Hodgson. Elephants don't forget. So which memory in your memory bank would you never like to forget?
Oh, that's nice. Hang on, is Amy... Is Amy Cook Hodgson calling me an elephant? Is that
No.
Is that what's being implied?
That's not what's happening.
She's such a nice girl. Why would she say that?
No, this came up in Sue Harrison and I's one, and there was some conversation. Now, the reason we haven't got time for this because you've got to make a call.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
Yes, it'll be
I've
all right.
got a few minutes. It's okay.
Okay. Well, I will explain the context of that.
Do.
So I was explaining. I have a metaphor because I
Yeah.
have these things that so I'm trying to speak faster to forget it.
No, it's fine.
So
everything's cool.
I have this metaphor about how improv is an elephant.
Oh, okay, right.
And that each of the different schools are feeling a different bit of the elephant, but it's the same elephant with their different approaches. So that's where that comes from.
Yes, okay, that makes much more sense. Okay, what was it? Which memory?
Elephants don't forget. So which memory in your memory bank would you never like to forget?
Gosh, I'm from quite a big family. I'm the eldest of 4 children, and we went on a family holiday to the west of Ireland when I was probably about 12 or 13, maybe. And I don't know why, but we went on some brilliant family vacations when I was younger, but this one in particular just has a very special place in my heart. And we got the 1 week of sunshine that they'd had over there for years, and it was just. I look back at it with probably real rose-tinted glasses, but I learned to bodyboard, and we went to Cayley's, and it was really nice. So my parents are both Irish, but I grew up in the UK, so it was just really nice to really get back in touch with like Irish culture, and it just is something that's really special to me. So that just the memory of that holiday.
That's lovely. Yeah. That's lovely. So, if you would like more of this, more of that sounds awful. More of this. If you'd like to find out more about Kate, and why wouldn't you?
What?
Do check out episode 121 of the Improv London podcast, which will be out on the 14th of November.
Oh, I shall look forward to it.
Marvellous. Glad you're looking forward to it. It would be awful if you were dreading it.
I'll listen to it back and think about how great I am and how great you are.
Oh, well,
and how everything is great.
That sounds an amazing thing. I'd like everyone that listens to this episode to think how great everything is.
Yeah.
One thing I find amusing when I don't listen back to myself very often, but when I do, and it's been a while since I recorded it, and then if I say something and then I think, oh, I really hope if I was doing this now, I would then ask about something else. And then I ask that question. I'm like, wow. Present me and past me are really in accord.
Oh, that's nice.
It's nice. I don't know how we top that. I should have just left it with your nice memory of your holiday.
I feel like present me and future me are just...
Just what?
Just unable to keep a straight face. It must be more serious. More serious improv.
I don't think this is an effective use of our time. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Bye.